Hello, friends. Welcome to 2025. I just completed my first read for the year, and it was a 5 star. The book is Swordheart by T. Kingfisher. Hala is a beleaguered widow who has been living with her uncle Silas for several years now, taking care of him, when he suddenly passes away. Unexpectedly, in his will, he leaves everything he owns to her. The family that she married into is incredibly jealous and locks her in her room, planning her to force to be marry her cousin Albert. She doesn't want to do this. Not seeing a way out of her situation, she plans to harm herself and opens a sword in her room when suddenly a man appears. She learns that the sword is enchanted. There's a man living in the sword. His name is Sarkis. Sarkis has sworn to protect whoever is the wielder of the sword, which is now her. Her and Sarkis go on an adventure trying to find some priests in another town who can help her with repossessing her belongings so that she isn't forced to marry her cousin. They meet some vibrant characters on the way. There's some subquests that happen. There's some fun creatures in the world they live in. I thought this book was the perfect blend between romance and like true fantasy. The priest that they meet, Zaid, I think is a wonderful side character. I think he acts as a wonderful buffer between Sarkis and Hala, which kind of makes sure that the book doesn't become like a romantasy, that it keeps its fantasy aspect. The characters are well rounded, they're dynamic. I love the branches that this story goes into. The story is a fade to black romance, but I did think it was quite lusty at times, despite this, just kind of being in the characters' heads is dual POV. So as you swap between them, you hear what these two lead characters think about each other. And sometimes it did kind of veer into lusty territory. Nothing I would consider to be like inappropriate for like a teenager to read. Overall, an incredible book. I would highly recommend if you're looking for a breather, but you still kind of want to stay in the magical fantasy realm. Swordheart was a 5 star for me.